What's up, SGL chat? We are back for another night of Rocket League action. This is the only Mazar, and with me in the commentary booth is...
Hello, it's me, Andrea, Philosophy Girl. It's gonna be a nice night. We got you got Rebellion, Emerald City up first, and then we got Azul, Steel Army. Big night in the championship.
Absolutely. We have an awesome doubleheader coming up for you, as Andrea just highlighted. Kicking off with this, EC Defiance of Seattle Sounders versus the Rebellion of New England Revolution. And immediately after this match, we'll be kicking off Steel Army of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds versus Frontera SD Azul of San Diego FC. Good to see a bunch of you guys in chat already. Skyline, once again, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Kicking off the stream with that too, bro. That's insane. Cyberburn, good to see you as well. Shaybomb, Tank Pillow, good to have you both over in the chat as well. Now, Andrea, this match, I'm not going to lie, there is a clear favorite, but EC Defiance have been getting better and better, haven't they, in the past few weeks?
Yeah, they really have, and they've been on a bit of a win streak. They passed FSD Azul in the standings, and that's actually one of the really exciting things about tonight is that you're going to get to see two games at sort of the top of the championship, and tonight's gonna mean a lot for the championship going forward. Some of these matchups. I mean, FSD Azul definitely has a chance against Steel Army too. I think Rebellion could absolutely have their first loss against EC Defiance. It's one of the teams you would expect to have a chance.
Big time, big time. But the thing is, Steel Army couldn't do it twice. So even if they are the next best team to be able to beat the Rebellion, they're still going to have a very, very difficult task. I mean, this Rebellion team has only dropped 2 games throughout the whole season across both tournaments. So this is not going to be an easy assignment for them at all. But with Bismo starting to play better, with Burn Nana stepping up as well, I wouldn't be surprised if they give the Rebellion a run for their money.
Oh yeah, and I think they very likely are going to be the second team to take anything off of the Rebellion, because crazy enough, Steel Army are the only team that's taken a single game off of the Rebellion yet, which insane stat. This deep into any season of anything, especially with Rocket League being as weird as it is. I think EC Defiance has a really good shot here. We'll have to see. I want a 5-game series.
I can hope for that, not just in this match, but in the next match as well. Steel Army versus Frontera Azul. I mean, the top 4 are playing. I would not be surprised if we get, a good bit of banger action and maybe a game 5, hopefully.
Oh, either of these could go game 5. I really would like to see that. Rebellion is definitely a very scary team to play. Not like, it's still Rocket League, but Shorts, Gogan, Polar, like they boost starve you. They are going faster than you. It is a very hard team to play.
Exactly, and what makes it even more difficult for Defiance is, this Rebellion team can bring in Pipe Shot Gogan if they want to, who is their weakest team player on paper, and even he can step up and keep up the pressure. And that's the thing, these guys are ruthless, these guys will not give you an inch, and if the going gets tough for them, they do have enough individual ability to take it to the next level and get going.
Yeah, and I think EC Defiance has been really good the last few weeks. I've seen them boost starve some of their opponents. I've seen them play just faster. I've seen them do some amazing things through the air. That's been something that I think has been almost a highlight from them when I've been watching them, is just through the air, they can do anything.
So then, in your opinion, what do you think EC Defiance needs to do to deal with the Rebellion?
I mean, just early clearances. Like, don't allow Rebellion to get into those dangerous places where they can do a lot from places that seem. I mean, some of the shots they make seem like they shouldn't be scoring from there, but so you just got to keep it in their end, I think.
Yeah, and those clearances will definitely help because this Rebellion team does like to commit higher up, and if you can catch them off guard like that, you can definitely get a couple of goals in on them. Now, Steel Army versus Frontera Azul. You know, I would hope that Frontera could come back and, peg Steel Army back, but even though they are starting to play better, Steel Army's still at a high level, and they've been playing together for several seasons already. So what do you think Frontera Azul needs to do to overcome Steel Army's chemistry?
Yeah, tough loss against the team we're about to watch, EC Defiance, last week. I think they're going to really be looking to sort of get back in that top spot, and they have an opportunity to make some gains tonight. And I think Steel Army is a team that feels sort of, they felt beatable, but at the same time they feel, I don't know, better. I'm like brain empty right now apparently, but I'm just looking at these players loading in and getting excited for this game.
Yeah, let's save that for when the match kicks off. Few interesting things happening, but we'll talk about it when we get to kickoff. Right now, we are still waiting for one other team to come in and get ready. And then once they come in, we'll be able to kick off. Shape on the chat. Sorry, go ahead.
And Azul can make a very good statement by doing anything against Steel Army. If they can take it to Game 5, they're still at that top tier, I feel like.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And on that note, Shea Bomb in chat did allude to something like that, where he says, Frontera just needs to play their style. They got this. And you know what? I absolutely agree. Stick to what you're good at. Stick to your playing style, and go off of that. If you're trying to adjust and adapt against like the better sides, you're just going to be putting yourself in awkward situations. It's not going to work as well. And the same goes for EC Defiance. They also have to stick to what they're good at and commit to their style and approach.
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Bizbo tonight, Green Mario, Nose, Parks, sticking to what they know, because they, in offense, I've seen them do some amazing things this week, or not this week, but this year, and we're going to load in, because there's everybody here now, and this is going to be great.
That's right. Both teams are coming in right now. We are just about ready to kick off. Just waiting for the transition. There you go. Clock ticks down. Here we go. EC Defiance versus the Rebellion.
And Pipe Shot going to start an attack off real quick. Take it to the center already. Nose is just going to clear that out. And already some sustained pressure from Rebellion in the first few seconds.
You know what's interesting about this Rebellion lineup? They don't have Short starting the game one right here. Triple C, Polar, and Pipe Shot Gogan against Bizbo, Green Mario, and Nose. Definitely an interesting trio for the New England boys, but so far they've started very well.
Yeah, they put it on frame a couple times already. Nose puts it on frame there, but defender's in the right position. Yeah, they're creating a lot of sustained pressure. Really, at the beginning of this game.
You know, we've seen in the premiere, Timbers Army step up when the challenge gets tough, especially Loy Boy. Like, his game goes to a whole other level. I'm looking forward to seeing Bizbo play like that. Against this Rebellion side, I have a feeling he's going to step up his game and really take it to a whole other level.
Yeah, Bizbo, he's also had a couple shots tonight. We've seen already some stuff on frame. We're 1 minute in. We're seeing both sides sort of flex their muscles a little bit, and they're not holding back.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. The Rebellion look a little bit awkward without Shorts. They're definitely not pushing up as high as they would whenever he'd be in the lineup. And they're getting punished for their lax play. Green Mario comes in and gets the first goal.
I mean, that's exactly what you want to do against Rebellion. You come here, you score against them first, and yeah, I mean, you would expect to see Shorts. It's a little surprising to me that we come in and we don't see him start, but from Green Mario, that's taken advantage, and I think, yeah, they got a good shot here now.
And that's what you do with a lineup that's this awkward. You gotta make the most of it. But the Rebellion are coming back instantly. Might we see them step up and start cranking up the pressure? For now, EC Defiance have done a great job of dealing with all of their attacks.
Yeah, I mean, Green Mario trying to air dribble there, and he loses a 50. They're in the right place. They're defending. So they're not going to just crumble after going down one.
And one thing I will say is Polar's never been the kind of guy to carry a team on his own and, use his individual game to basically bring the team out of adversity. It's always been a team effort from these guys, especially with Shorts and Polar and how they combine together. Right now, we're starting to see Polar not be as influential as he was in the other games this season. It's all on Triple C and Gogan to step up.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing now is it's sort of going back to the way it was before, but maybe that is not good for Rebellion. You don't want to allow that counter that we had earlier. Bisbo also had an amazing combo play that just didn't get sort of finished there a little bit earlier. As Bisbo crosses up Polar, just a quick little counter attack here, and they're up 2-0.
Perfect timing, Andrea. You were just talking about Bisbo, and there he is, bringing the ball forward, doubling the lead for EC Defiance. You don't get to see this too often, Chad and Andrea. Savor the moment. The Rebellion are down 2-0.
Indeed. I mean, have we seen them down on games before this year? Did Steel Army get the first win in that 5-game series?
They did, yeah.
Okay, so we have seen them down one time before, but not often.
Absolutely. And it'll be amazing to see a team other than Steel Army get a game win off of this Rebellion. And you know what? That's step one towards the Rebellion being pegged back.
Oh, sorry. Nose with a shot there. Just beautiful. But good defending. And that is dangerous. And sorry for...
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Ooh, Polar with an awkward pop-up. Zero boost. Double commit. Andrea, they're looking a little messy, aren't they? The Rebellion.
Yeah, but really good to get out of an awkward situation like that from ECD, because that could have been 2-1, and then you're looking at, oh god, is our lead going to fall apart here? But they're holding it together quite well. They're very well put together, as Bisbo has to do something backwards there, put in an awkward position for them.
Oh, and an awkward miss from Gogan. The net has been open for a little short stint, but now it's blocked up again. Gogan now brings it out with zero boost. Triple C centering it. No one really there. Again, Triple C and Gogan crossing wires. Oh my goodness, misses everywhere. Somebody hit the ball. Green Mario finally brings it out. And that should have been Rebellion getting a goal back.
That absolutely should have been Rebellion getting a goal back. That was open net for a countable amount of seconds. That is... Yeah, I mean, well, everybody makes sloppy mistakes sometimes. We'll see game 2 as we are counting down from 10 seconds, and there's not really much more that Rebellion can do.
I mean, I don't think the Rebellion are going to go right now, so chat, savor this moment. EC Defiance get a win over the Rebellion. The Rebellion dropped their third game of this season. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And that means we are in for an awesome game tonight. We are not seeing a sweep here, and that is exactly what you want to hear.
You know what's even more incredible now that I think about it? When Shorts and Polar are together, they are way too good for this league. When one of those players are missing, this team is definitely beatable. Now we're seeing it right here.
And I think we probably do see Shorts in this next game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's around, they have to bring him in. But if not, well, they got to deal with this. They got to adapt now. It's up to Gogan and Triple C to step up. But we've talked enough about the Rebellion and their struggles. Let's give a big shout out to Defiance. They played Green Mario in there, and we haven't really talked about him enough, Andrea, but Green Mario has gone so much better throughout these past few seasons in SGL.
Yeah, it was a great performance from him. He did some great things. I mean, he had the first goal that sort of broke things open for them. So, yeah, Bisbo with a nice cross-up was also nice to see, and they played really good defense. Their rotation looked actually just genuinely better than the Rebellions in that game.
And not just the rotations, but just the overall aggression. EC Defiance would push up. They'd have a third man in the midfield. Contrast that to Rebellion, who would have maybe two players way further back, and their third would be too slow to get up. But now, we're in game 2. It's a brand new game for both teams. Here we go. We'll see if the Rebellion can respond, but this is a great chance for EC Defiance to get a big win over the first place Rebellion.
And I don't believe we're seeing Shorts, so he might not be here today. This might be Defiance sort of not having to play one of their best players here.
Let's not count out Gogan and Triple C yet. We've seen them come up with big performances in the past. But for now, EC Defiance, I mean, this is the best opportunity, Andrea, as you mentioned earlier. They got to make the most of this. Surprised they didn't make a sub. But you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That is some scary stuff. Bisbo able to clear it out after it just languishes on the corner there. That's nearly Rebellion taking back a goal there.
I was kind of scared that I cursed the Defiance with my words, but hey, they got away with it right there. And it was really close too. I thought the Rebellion were going to score there as well, but every single time they've been in those close moments, they just haven't been able to make it count.
Yeah, I mean, commentary curse is bound to happen eventually, but I mean, Rebellion's just a good team. We're gonna see them have some brilliance in this game, no matter who wins.
And right now, we're starting to see Polar try to take over, even though Gogo was already there. That leaves the net open. No should put this on target. Green Mario to follow up. Gogo doesn't make it back, and Andrea, just like game 1, Green Mario gives EC Defiance the lead.
Yeah, the rotation is a little bit sloppier here, and you don't have anybody all the way back to save this. I mean, it isn't shot right. It goes off backboard, so you have a little bit more time, but there's just nobody back there.
And it's not too often you get to see the Rebellion play this sloppy. But
indeed,
you gotta make the most of it, Andrea, and Bisbo's back in it. It's just like game 1. Green Mario with the first and Bisbo with the second.
And that is a nice aerial, top right corner. Picks it out perfectly, and there's nothing that can be done.
God, if you're Steel Army, you gotta be looking forward to this. I mean, this is their best shot of getting back in the first place. They're waiting for a moment like this to come their way. But hold the phone. Polar says not yet. He gets the Rebellion's first goal in this match. Triple C getting it out to Polar, perfect positioning right there, and all he had to do was tap it into the back of the net.
I mean, Polar's still a menace. He's not going to be denied. We'll see him score more tonight. I mean, I think EC Defiance has a good opportunity here. It's not going to be easy for them, though. We're going to see a lot of back and forth, I think, now that the scoring has opened for Rebellion.
You know, we were waiting so long for, like, a moment like this where that infallible first place team finally succumbs. And you know what? It's no surprise that it is EC Defiance coming in and doing this. You mentioned this a whole lot. You want to give some insight into how EC Defiance prepared for this, if any?
I mean, I don't know how they prepared for this time, but I do know they actually practice together a lot. They're one of the teams that's more often in Discord, hanging out with each other, practicing with each other. This is a team that knows themselves well, knows each other well, and I mean, EC Defiance, especially the last few weeks, they have just been playing so much better. They always were playing really good, but I mean, it culminates with that FSD Azul game, and now we're really seeing it shine, that they are a first place contender in this league.
Absolutely. And that's why you never want to count out the teams below first and second in the championship. We've seen the potential from these sides, and we're starting to see EC Defiance bring it to the fore. By the way, without Birdnana, who a bunch of people would consider their best player in the team. So for them to do this is huge, absolutely huge.
EC Defiance, another one of their strengths is they have really strong subs. They don't really have a weak link in their lineup. I feel like all their players are very good. You might say Birdnana is their best player, and I kind of agree with that, but they're all very strong.
Absolutely, and they have to be strong there as well. Still doing a whole lot of defending, Andrea. The Rebellion have the midfield control, but so far the Defiance have held on and defended very well.
And there's a shot there. That's something that hasn't been happening as much for EC Defiance, but they're doing a really good job at defending since this Rebellion goal got put in, and that was nearly really dangerous, though.
Great pass, but Polar a bit too far away. And that's been the key difference at the end of the day when those passes have come off. Just no one from the Rebellion really there to, capitalize, except for the one goal they got in this game. But as we head to the final 30 seconds, Chad and Andrea, EC Defiance just got to hold on for a bit longer, and they'll be on match point.
Yep, and I think they're doing a pretty good job at that. I don't want to curse them, but it's good rotation from them throughout here. We're seeing them always sort of in the right place. Honestly, kind of being a bit faster than Rebellion in this moment. And Bisbo off the ceiling is very likely going to seal this one for EC Defiance.
And it's this that has been their downfall. The double commits from the back. Polar going for this, but Gogan going for it as well. And that leaves the net open yet again. And Bisbo, of course, it's not that easy to put the ball in the back of the net. Bisbo still had to do quite a bit, but he gets it in. And Chat, and it's not over yet because Polar somehow gets a second out of nowhere. So with 6 seconds remaining, EC Defiance have to be careful.
Yeah, it's 6 seconds in a dream for Rebellion, and they basically have to do what they just did a second time here in 6 seconds, or it's EC Defiance 2-0.
So clock ticks down. Gogan bounces into the middle. Polar way too far away. And Nose touching it on the ground means that Defiance take game 2. They're on match point, and somehow they're in line for a sweep.
Even as a Sounders fan, I have to admit that would have been kind of sick to watch if they did something there. You see over here in points, though, Bisbo, a menace that game. 3 saves, 2 goals. Just wonderful play. 2 demos. They really do have the speed up. They are just pushing around the Rebellion in this match.
This is kind of shocking, not going to lie. And one thing I'd also like to highlight is, EC Defiance haven't been overextending themselves. There comes a tendency where you're like, oh, we're doing so well. Let's keep this pressure up. But sometimes you just have to drop back, especially against a team that doesn't have as much incision and creativity and mechs in them. And they've done a great job of punishing this Rebellion side as every time they try to commit forward.
Yeah, it's been good rotation. We're getting back in time, and we know when to turn it on for the attack, and that has just been some great goals from Bisbo, some good play from Nose, Green Mario also getting in there. It's just they are turning it on at the right times and sitting back at the right times.
And we got to highlight Nose as well. We haven't brought his name up that much. Typically one of their more mechanical players in the team, but he has taken a more defensive role, and it has worked out very well for Defiance. Here we go, game 3, match point for Defiance. Will we see a sweep against the Rebellion, or will the Rebellion get one game back?
It would be insane if somebody swept Rebellion at this point with the season that they have had, but it is very much possible here now that we are in game 3 with EC Defiance up 2.
And an awkward bit of a moment right there. Bisbo trying to get a touch on the ball, gets a big lofted pass, but the Rebellion don't really take control of it. Finally, the ball gets played out to Gogan, who switches to the Fennec for this game 3. An awkward touch. Triple C trying to take over. Tries to get a 50. Nose with an awkward bounce into the middle. And Polar cannot get it in. What a save from Nose.
Yeah, and Green Mario also locks down a lot of area with that backflip, and they're playing really good defense even in those sort of oh shit moments, which is something that, I mean, is very necessary against a brutal team like the Rebellion.
Uh-oh, 1v1 moment, but Bisbo with a loose touch gives Polar a chance to clear it away. And I'm not gonna lie, Andrea Chet, I'm just so surprised at how, you know, how much the Rebellion are playing on the back foot. And Snooze brings out his backs and gets the lead for Defiance in Game 3.
That double tap is nasty. Absolutely nasty.
The angle of precision there is absolutely insane, Andrea. I mean, you have two defensive players on the near post, and you have to touch it down that low. That is absolute perfection from Nose. And now Bisbo has a chance to get the second. Green Mario trying to clean up, but Triple C does just enough to keep it out.
What an opportunity and just wasted, but they're still going to be happy up 1-0 here, and they are threatening this sweep on the Rebellion.
And you know what? I think we need to see some more creativity, some more variety from the Rebellion in their attacks, because they're starting to get a bit too predictable right now. A lot of just clearances and booms forward, a lot of bounce passes off of the corner and the backboard, but that lapse in concentration gives Gogan a chance to get the equalizer. And from out of nowhere, the Rebellion have tied it. What a piece.
Yeah, he slots it between two defenders. Kind of reminds me almost of the sneaky goal that Bisbo had in that first game. Sort of just crossing people up, putting in a hard position between two people. And, I mean, now we're talking about, okay, maybe we do get that 5-game series. But it needs to start with another goal for Rebellion, as Polar is going to drive that in off of a wonderful backboard, sort of side backboard rebound from CCC.
Triple
and we
C.
are 2-1 Rebellion.
Triple C with an insanely creative player right there. That's what I was talking about earlier. Getting a nice close first touch, then getting the second touch to beat two defensive players, open net for Polar. That's how the Rebellion play when they're at their best. Don't be surprised if they start to wake up right here.
He's over here listening to the stream. He's like, I'll give you creative. And we see a wonderful assist there. As Nose is going to take a shot. Nice 50, though.
Ooh, Triple C.
And
beats
now?
two! And somehow he gets away with it. I say he. No, sorry. Defiance get away with it. No one there to finish off that chance. If it was Shorts and Polar combining, you definitely see the other diving in. But I think the Rebellion are happy to be 2-up. And Triple C make sure that they keep their lead.
Yeah. I think we're actually seeing a little bit of that same sloppiness from EC Defiance now. It's kind of switched a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're trying to play the same game as they did in Game 2, but the Rebellion were awake to it. Nice soft touch from Gogan, trying to go for a double, and Nose gets it out. Insane to see Gogan show that capability. We never got to see that from him before, but great defending from Nose as well.
Nose does always know as he goes for another save there, keeping this game alive for EC Defiance. As he's on the attack now, he's going to try to cross it up. Own goal, but you can't say that they had many other options there when Nose is just in such a dangerous position there.
Great first touch from Nose. That's what made the goal right there. Huge credit to him for that. But let's not forget about that hugely fortunate final touch. Polar getting the demo, and the final touch from Triple C, putting it into the back of the, from Gogan putting it into the back of the net. And after Rebellion took the lead, they're now head back, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, and I mean, what are you supposed to do there? You get in that position, and I mean, saving that's a difficult ask. But those are sort of the moments that EC Defiance is doing better here than Rebellion, when usually you would expect Rebellion to just handle that stuff easily.
Well, they are definitely missing shorts right here. Polar, try as he might, still can't do enough. It's up to the rest of the team to step up, and they definitely did. But EC Defiance have stepped up equally, and now they're putting the pressure on this Rebellion team, who are having to sit back and absorb the pressure. Big whip! Green Mario couldn't do much more. Nose gets bumped out. Polar gets the mid boost and the final touch. He's gonna go off the corner. Lets it go. Oh no, a bit of an awkward moment, but the huge pop-up allows Green Mario to clear it out, and we are most likely going to be going to overtime if the ball touches down. Not yet, though.
Polar with one more counterattack here. Bispo gonna knock that out and keep it alive for overtime.
Oh my goodness, chat, this is absolutely wild. Overtime in Game 3. Defiance are so close to a sweep. But the Rebellion are not going down without a fight. Who is going to get the victory in Game 3? Will it be the blue team, EC Defiance of the Sounders, or the Rebellion in orange of New England Revolution?
Bispo with a nice shot there, nice idea, but CCC is just in the right place. And we're going to see who's feeling a little bit more sloppy today in this particular moment. Because it's been mostly Rebellion looking pretty sloppy lately, missing a lot of things you wouldn't expect them to, but in the last few minutes of this game, Rebellion are really coming into their own and looking like the team that we know.
And we're starting to see the Rebellion get used to each other now. Not as many crossovers or getting themselves into awkward double commits. They have definitely adjusted and adapted to each other. And a big 50 goes in the Triple C from out of nowhere gets an insane game winner.
Wow. This is Rocket League indeed, Nose.
Good Lord. I never thought a pitch like that would arc down that quickly, but there was just enough topspin to get that ball down and into the net. Green Mario couldn't get up quickly enough. And with all the luck, the Rebellion get one game back, and we are going to Game 4.
Yeah. I mean, Nose has 600 points and Rebellion pull that out. That is a wonderful last-minute comeback from them. They get that tie, and I mean, they don't look back. So Game 4, we're gonna see, can Rebellion even this up and start thinking about a reverse sweep, or is EC Defiance gonna shut this down before it gets too crazy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wonder if Shorts is even around, because I'm gonna spoil something for you all in chat. He is online on Discord. You know, if that's the case, then that means he's definitely on his computer and not like on a phone. But I guess they want to stick with this trio, so we'll see how it goes.
That could just mean third monitor, but yeah, I would want to see Shorts at this point. But I think he's probably not available if he's not playing. But we're going to see that same lineup here again. And they did well in that last game towards the end, and perhaps that momentum just keeps going forward. I mean, Defiance needs to get back a little bit with what they've had for most of this game.
Absolutely, and here we go. Game 4 kicking off. Defiance have started this hot with an early goal.
And that's what they had most of this game.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I think they've taken the lead in every single game, no?
Yeah, and I think, has it been Bismo every time, or was it Green Mario one time?
It was Green Mario in games 1 and 2, Nose in game 3,
Okay.
and now Bismo in game 4. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And that's team play, and also we're seeing Parks, I think, for the first time tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Surprised to see them be the first team to make a sub, but you know what? Parks is probably a good player to bring in right now. Get that edge, Mac, an edge! But right now they don't really need that, because they're getting the Mind Games on their side. Huge booming clearance from Nose, and then he chases that ball, fakes Golgan with 0 boost. And just like that, at 30 seconds, Defiance are 2-0 up.
They just get caught out. That's wonderful. Yeah, EC Defiance looking hot already in Game 4, not losing any time to that last second win against, or loss in Game 3 against the Rebellion. I'm loving their Christmas theming. I know we didn't mention that until now, but I think they all have Christmas trees.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good to see from them. Always nice to get a bit of a festive feel going.
Very festive. And I think one of them has the jingle boost. Which is interesting. Well, they all do. But yeah, I mean, EC Defiance looking very... I mean, they're looking like they want #1 this season.
And there's still a long way to go, Andrea, for sure. So this victory will go a long way for not just them, but the other teams that are just even remotely close to the Rebellion and having a chance at winning the league title. I mean, this hugely favors Steel Army, but the Defiance will also be very happy to get way closer, and they might just get a third, but the bounce off the crossbar goes the Rebellion's way.
Well, yeah, any team that's proven that they can win games and they've been close with a lot of other teams will go, if we really just pop off, we can beat Rebellion. And that's a wonderful demo, but it doesn't get past Polar.
Polar got back right on time as well. Gogan was the third player, 0 boost throughout, but Polar gets back right on time. And we'll see if he steps up. He's been looking way, way more imposing as this match has progressed. Bismo with an awkward touch. Triple C couldn't dodge towards the ball, and EC Defiance get away with it. But might they get lucky here? A triple commit. No one is there to punish the Rebellion, and it's still 2-0.
And Pipe Shot Gogan gets really lucky that he is in the way, just sort of body blocking and stopping them from Parks from getting to that ball, because he had the line to that ball quicker than any of the Rebellion players did.
Oh, good bit of harassment there from Triple C, but no, sensed it. And he gets the save to bail out Bisbo. And now on the other
shot
end,
here.
Nose trying to get it towards the goal. Polar had just enough to get that out, but not over yet. And Parks comes in and makes a big impact as a sub. Andrea, Defiance are 3-0 up, and they're one step closer to beating the Rebellion.
And they just look dominant. They look like they are just, this is the culmination of everything they've done tonight. And it's really wonderful to see.
Absolutely incredible showing right here from EC Defiance. We were waiting for them to step it up. They've finally done so. Even if this team doesn't have shorts, the Rebellion is still a very good side. And lest we forget, EC Defiance have done all of this without Bird Nana. So let's give props to the rest of their players for stepping up big time right here as well, as the Rebellion search for their first in Game 4, but still off target. Triple C diving in, misses the ball as well. And as we enter the final 90 seconds, EC Defiance just gotta hold on, or might they get a fourth? And they do! That has to be it! Game, set, and match for the Seattle boys!
It would be a miracle for Rebellion to come back from that. Bisbo, nice shot through the air, and it's really looking like Defiance are going to be jockeying for that top spot from now on.
My goodness, what an insane showing from the Defiance team right here. They've done so well throughout this match to keep this Rebellion team on the back foot, and they are very likely going to be worthy winners of this match. It took us a while, but Chat and Andrea, the Rebellion, are gonna get their first loss of the season, and we will now have 0 undefeated teams in SGL.
Indeed, and Steel Army, the real winners tonight. I mean, also EC Defiance, but Steel Army are going to be really happy with this one.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? With this matchup and the performances we've seen, you know, we got to shout out all of these players who stepped up big time. Green Mario playing a big part defensively and on the attack with his support and his rotations. Nose coming up big with his individual mechs. Parks coming in and getting the clutch goals. Bismo, though, is the main standout, my MVP for this match. And you know what? I think he has now put himself in contention for player of the season in the championship.
Oh, indeed. And with 4 seconds left, this is over. We are going to see EC Defiance take Rebellion down.
And just like game 1, EC Defiance have shut out the Rebellion. A statement of intent from these boys of the Seattle Sounders. They win game 4 4-0. They win this match 3-1. The championship is now blown wide open.
Indeed. I mean, it's anyone's game at this point. With Rebellion, if Rebellion could lose, anyone could rise to the top. And I think Steel Army are going to be saying, let's go get him next time. I think FSD Azul are going to be saying, let's go get him next time. A lot of people are looking at that and going, okay, well, with some luck and with some skill, you know?
Big time, Andrea, big time. And you know what? Chat has already made their voices heard. I'm going to echo some of them. This is absolute cinema. Oh,
absolutely. And I was thinking about saying that before game 3. And I was thinking, well, if it's a sweep, it's not cinema. But this is season cinema. This is the type of thing that makes the entire season cinema. It's a game that it has so much impact, and it was a really fun one to watch.